Alrighty, now here we are looking at the Voriah paper laminating machine with ABS protection, which simply means it's not going to jam on you. In the package, you'll get several different sizes of the laminating paper, as well as the machine, of course, and a corner cutter, and all sorts of manual stuff to totally confuse you. With language like this, before pull out the cutter, please ensure that the blade is at the two-side end of cutter. For some reason, the left is the two-side end of the cutter. It does show that if the paper is jammed, if paper jam occurred, ABS can be more easily pressed with the palm. So anyway, you press the button with your palm of your hand and you pull the paper out if it gets stuck. All right, so on the top of the machine gives you all kinds of troubleshooting stuff, and then tells you things how to do it and what not to do. Turn on the switch, wait 3 minutes until indicator turns green. Well, it's showing transparent and then green. This is supposed to be transparent. Well, I'm looking at it and it's very maroon looking. I wouldn't give it transparent. It's very dark. So in this day and age, when somebody says that something's transparent and that it's going to turn green, what is it that you expect it to do? You expect to have a light for it to light up green. I mean, it doesn't say light up green. It says turn green. But okay, turn green's great. That looks green to me now. Though it was rather confusing before, because I was expecting a light. How much would an LED cost? Okay, and so here I am. I've put a couple of cards from a vintage Mad Magazine game, and I've put them in this laminating paper, and I'm feeding it through. Feeding it through. And it moves right along, in it goes, and out it comes. Yeah. Nice and warm. Toasty. And see, it's kind of crinkled here on the end here. And that is because I didn't follow the instructions. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy holding the camera or doing something else. And instead of feeding this end, that's the end I was supposed to feed it in. That's where it was folded, but I put it in at that end. It still worked, but the sealed end is the one that's supposed to go in. Anyway, and I didn't take any footage of myself using the trimmer. So now after it's been trimmed, now we're going to use this little handy dandy fella here, and there was nothing in the instructions telling me what this was, but I was looking at it, I'm like, this has got to be a corner rounder, and sure enough, that's what it is. You slide that little piece of laminated material in there, got the sharp pointy edge there, you don't want that. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You just put it in there and snap it. And look at there, you got a nice round edge. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Can't be unhappy with that. Let's do another one. Snap-o. Yeah, look at that, nice and round. All right. So, once again, the Voriah paper laminating machine with ABS protection. I think it's a really good machine, takes care of business, so I can't complain about that. My only complaint is going to be with the instructions, or as I call them, the destructions, because they're just so difficult to even understand. Because the instructions should be the means of facilitating how you're going to use your product. And if the language being used is incomprehensible, it's a hindrance in using the product, and therefore I have to drop a star for it. The rest of the product is great, so 4 stars from Shawnee.